Before this video starts, I wanted to make a quick announcement in that we now have an official Twitter/X account for the channel. Be sure to check out the link below in the description and the Discord server for more information. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be doing another candidate spotlight, but this time on the Democratic candidate, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I wanted to make this video because one of the most significant pieces of feedback that I've gotten after my analyst video about the potential candidates that could replace Joe Biden for the 2024 presidential run was that I didn't effectively analyze RFK Jr.'s political stances, in that there may have been, I may have attributed some bias or some partiality in regards to what he has represented. So I'm making this video in an attempt to structure and to outline clearly an unbiased or impartial view as to what he actually is and how his political positions may influence his appeal to different demographics in his party and how that will affect his potential viability as a candidate and as a nominee. This video is not intended to be political at all. It's not intended to take a stance or to maintain a narrative. What I want to do purely is to analyze the effectiveness and the efficiency of RFK Jr.'s campaign and whether he will be able to win. That's all. No other stance is meant to be taken. So one of the reasons that RFK has become so prominent over the past few months in the media and in other sections is that he actually is the nephew of President John F. Kennedy, and also the son of his late brother and the Attorney General and presidential candidate in 1968, before he was also assassinated, Robert F. Kennedy, who he bears the same name. RFK has gotten in a bit of trouble and has come under a lot of flack for some controversial comments that he has made in regards to the COVID-19 vaccine, vaccines in general, the response to COVID-19, and the administrative officials and the public health officials in charge of the response to the COVID-19 crisis. He's also presented some theories, of which some groups have attributed to being conspiracy theories, in regards to the assassination of his father and his uncle. He has stated on numerous occasions in an interview with Joe Rogan that he believes that if elected president there would be a CIA plot against him and that he would have to take care in protecting himself and evading the works of the CIA in order to survive, as he does believe that there was CIA intervention in his uncle's death. In regards to his position on vaccines, he has stated on numerous occasions that he is not anti-vaccine, but rather he is someone who wants to question and maintain the integrity of vaccines. Now, the viability of that statement and whether that is true or not is up to the American voter. But in regards to how it affects the demographic to which he is trying to appeal, that is the Democratic Party, it's actually going to hurt him to make any such claim at all. The Democratic Party is completely pro-vaccine to such an extent by which it's actually politically hindering to question the viability of vaccines, especially the COVID-19 vaccine, and the CIA theory will hurt him in regards to liberal voting blocs and in regards to younger generations. Now, that is not to say that RFK is conservative. He's not. I believe that he is a liberal, but also a moderate and someone that wants to work with both parties, to the same extent or to a similar degree that his uncle and father did in regards to tax cuts and civil rights in the 1960s. In regards to his liberal positions, RFK will be praised for his opinions on environmental protection and activism, his belief in Indigenous American rights, and is also his support of renewable energy. If we look here, we can see that Kennedy has repeatedly said on multiple occasions, there's a nice double superlative for you there, that he believes that vaccines and the chemicals used within vaccines may contribute to cases such as autism or other illnesses. That kind of rhetoric is extremely damaging in regards to his position with the Liberal voting bloc, and I don't believe that he will be able to win it back. We can confirm this by looking at the latest polls for the Democratic nomination, albeit there aren't many, because there isn't really seen to be a competitive race there, although I will say that as Kennedy currently stands at 15.2%, that is incredibly good for a perennial candidate, and for a candidate with little to no name recognition other than the fact that his father was Robert F. Kennedy. He bears the same name, of course. But as we can see here, the 15% who support him, we have to take into account the context of the situation. Joe Biden has 63.8%. That's a 50-point lead to an extent. But Joe Biden is the president, and he is very unpopular. We can see here that his popularity and the intention for at least the nomination process for voters to vote for him is fluctuating, whereas Kennedy's is not. It's remaining relatively stagnant and stable. The reason for that is because Kennedy appeals to a very select group and a very select demographic. You might call it a niche market within the Democratic Party. They're Blue Dog Democrats and they're Reagan Democrats. Conservative, but slightly maybe moderate Democrats in states like Wisconsin and in swing states like Pennsylvania. It is a declining population, this demographic, so it's not really viable to appeal to it. And even if by some account Kennedy were to somehow rise in the polls dramatically over the next few months and somehow beat Joe Biden in the primary, he would still not be able to capture the liberal voting bloc that encompasses the majority of the Democratic Party, and the majority of which will support Joe Biden, and in this case, a third-party candidate, such as Bernie Sanders, Gretchen Whitmer, Kamala Harris, anybody. But that is it. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. I hope I've been as impartial and as unbiased as possible. I want to make sure that these videos are strictly informative, that utilize facts, and that don't propose any kind of narrative or rhetoric. All I want is the truth. So thank you all for watching, and on a final note, I'd like to thank you all for helping us reach 900 subscribers. That is incredible. We're even over it now. We reached 900 subscribers today, and we've surpassed it by numerous amounts. It is an incredible feat to think that just 1 month ago, I was barely, I think I was on maybe 500 subscribers, and that was 150 more than what I'd gotten prior to the release of the no context videos, which I do plan to continue. So I would like to thank you all for your continuing support, and I'd like to emphasize again how grateful I would be if you were to join the Discord server and actively engage with our community. We've made so many great friends and met so many wonderful people just by them joining the Discord server, and we've been able to learn so much and spread more interesting facts, news, and information through that modem. So again, thank you all for watching, thank you all for your continued support, and let's get to 1,000 as soon as possible. Thank you.